Hello, I'm here today with Ina from Brazil. She's an international student in Rennes, France. Can you introduce yourself, Ina?
Hi, I'm Ina Yerni from Brazil. I'm international student in Rennes, France, since 1 month ago. I'm studying in IGR. I'm studying some subjects that are not my course exactly, but it's somehow related.
And what's your major?
I study in Brazil international relations.
Okay. And can you tell me about your experience so far as a student in France?
Yeah, sure. About our classes, it's really different from Brazil. We have only classes when the teachers are available, and we have a lot of time like not having classes. So we have more time to study at home.
And what do you do on your free time if you have no classes?
I usually go to the gym to make myself better, and I've been walking around the center of the city, but lately I've been like cooking at home and knowing more my roommates.
Okay, that sounds great. And what would you say are some similarities between France and Brazil, if you can find any?
Well, the mainly similarity between my country and France is that the people are nice when you walk into a store or like the markets and stuff.
So you wouldn't say French people are like the stereotype, so
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, no, that here, like in Rennes, they are really nice. They try to help you in all the ways they can and to support you that you don't speak any French. So the stay here has been really nice.
That's good to hear. And how hard has it been coping to the language barrier?
So since I don't speak any French, I'm like in the basics of the language. I mostly ask to the people if they talk any English, and the majority of them do, but like older people do not. So mostly it's been easy, but there are some challenges like here and there.
And what are some of the challenges? Do you have any stories?
Yeah, I had one. Like, I walked into a store to ask for directions, and the lady did not talk in English, so I could not talk to her, and my battery phone was off.
Or you didn't know how to go back to your place?
Yeah, I didn't know.
And how did you go back?
I found like a way to charge my phone, so I could have the directions.
Okay. And what would you recommend, for example, if a new student from Brazil was coming to study to Rennes? What would you recommend when facing communication misunderstandings?
I would highly recommend them to be polite, even more if they are older people, older than you. If they are your age, you don't have to be that polite and formal, but the older people like to for you to say like, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good night, and ask them if they speak the language that you do, because that way you can like ask for permission to speak another language with them.
Okay, that's interesting. And talking about the communication misunderstandings, what would you say are some of the most different cultural things in France that you had to get used to when you came?
Yeah, that formal way of talking to each other. Because in Brazil, even if it's like an elder people, they don't get mad or don't answer to you if you talk to them like you were talking to someone your age.
And talking about culture in general, what would be your the most cultural shock you've had? since you came to France?
The French people are really punctual and have their schedule well done. Like in my country, you don't have to be so worried about not being so punctual or not being as right as you should be.
Okay. And what about like public transportation that I understand students mostly take like the metro or the bus? How has it been for you?
Yeah, it was initially a shock because it is so much better here. The another point to mention here is the electrician.
Okay.
You don't see the electrician.
Oh, you mean like the light posts on the street?
Yeah, you don't see them because they are all underground. So that's a really big thing that in Brazil we have like in São Paulo in one avenue, like that's all, because besides of that there's none. It's all above the street and you can see the lightnings.
So you would say it's more clean and organized than in your country?
Yeah, and more technological and evolved. It's really good, like the place.
That's yeah, very different from my country as well. And what would you say are some positive aspects or negative?
The public transportation is really positive thing. Them being polite, I think it's a really positive thing because you're gentle to the other, so you want that back to you as well. And the negative aspects is that I don't think they shower so much. I think they stink a little bit because I don't think they shower really. Like only once, I don't know, two times per week, but they are really stinky. This thing is really real.
So that is true about the French people.
Yeah, it is. And another negative aspect is that they don't work like as we do in Brazil. It's a negative until one point, because if you see from their perspective, it's good for them. So, like they take advantage of that.
Yeah, they're very strict with their schedule. So if they stop working at 6,
they stop working. Yeah. And I think they have more time, like quality time with their families and to study. They are really more evolved as we are in Brazil. In Brazil, like you work, you study, you do all of that. You're tired, you don't have time to do nothing. You cannot do all the things you want.
You're always busy.
Yeah. And here they respect the study time, and only after you graduate you can work, and then okay, I'm focusing on work, and that's really good.
Wow. Well, it is a very different culture for you and well for me as well. But thank you, Ina, for letting me interview you. It was great hearing your opinion about France.
Thank you.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.